Hello and welcome to Real Hi-Fi Help. I will be covering Mcintosh speakers, how they generally sound. This is a typical Mcintosh speaker. Lots of units. Here, pretty big speaker. And they look decent. You know, the speakers that they have, they actually look decent. Let me just quickly show you. And Mcintosh does generally sound pretty decent. But I'm just going to cover the sound in a moment. So there's a huge price difference, and I've heard a lot of Mcintosh speakers, and you can see 81 drivers on the big model here. Let me just go here. So they generally deliver a big and powerful sound, and together with that, they create a very easy and effortless sound. It's a lot like the Mcintosh equipment. When you go up to the monoblocks, you've got this very, like, I wouldn't say forceful, but a very certain way of delivering music where it's about being cool and separated and big and powerful and really making it go easy out of the speaker. And that fits a lot of gear, a lot of transistor gear in the mid class, which is Mcintosh, Paslabs, Mark Levinson, maybe even Aquaphase, stuff like that. And it's a cool sound, you know, when you have a relatively small room and you're sitting there in your sofa, perhaps it's a leather sofa. It's nice with all of those, basically that effect that you get, and it does a lot of interesting stuff, and you can really use it for giant rooms. You know, if you have these giant Las Vegas mansion rooms, houses or whatever, where there's just endless, you know, space up to the ceiling, and there's like, I don't know, 20 meters from one end of the room to the other. It's you probably need something like a Mcintosh speaker to fill out that space, perhaps. But I have to say that overall the quality of sound just isn't quite there. I mean, if you're really into signature 3D integration, deep emotional connection, very good instrument replication, they just don't quite do it, you know. I would almost say, price wise, I would actually pick one of the top 3 or 5 B&W speakers, and say that you're gonna get a lot more value for your money, and you're gonna get a sound that's on a very similar level. Not quite the same sound, but I feel that somehow that's better. Yeah, it just somehow feels slightly better for me. But I mean, they are impressive without a doubt, and I have tried a couple of times being in a smallish room, 20 to 40 square meter room, and then having a speaker identical to this and the bigger brother in a room like that. And it is really, it's a lot of fun when all of those sound waves get absorbed in a leather sofa, like I experienced, and you can just feel it on your body. But somehow it just doesn't really connect for me. And I also asked a lot of my audiophile friends, and they also feel that, I mean, they're big and impressive, and they deliver a lot of punch, but somehow it just doesn't create that magic that you really want in a speaker on the highest level. And I think that price versus performance, you're really not getting a lot for your money. A lot like with Wilson speakers and some other speakers in that category, like Gouda, not getting a lot of money there, even though they do some things that are interesting. So yeah, that's my opinion on Macintosh speakers in general. And how about you share your experiences with Macintosh speakers, if you've ever heard them? Maybe you have a different experience that you want to share. Have a nice day. Bye.